lack investment into their players before we focus on adding more to the grain of people that can't really be sustained. I think we can
So
focus
that's
on our
Shatu
players.
Sabali, right? Shatu Sabali. It says WNBA players turned down a deal that would have quadrupled their pay, minimum 66,000 to 250,000, maximum 250,000 to $1 million. A slap in the face. Now, a lot of people are saying some of this stuff is not for real. I want to go to the post of the guy who actually posted this. So it states here.
Recent developments in WNBA salary negotiations have sparked significant controversy after details emerged about rejected contract proposals. Satou Sabally addressed the media regarding compensation discussions, expressing frustration with the league's latest offer. During her public statement, Sabally described the league's proposal as insulting while acknowledging positive aspects of WNBA expansion. She praised the addition of teams in Philadelphia and Detroit, but questioned the timing of growth initiatives. Her concern centered on properly supporting existing players before expanding rosters or adding franchises. Sabally emphasized that current teams should focus on adequate player investment rather than pursuing expansion when fundamental support structures remain inadequate.
So it states here, finish went to Europe. Nope. Let me go back to the other post then, because there was somewhere in here where they said that this wasn't real. Somebody said they need the revenue share. They sell merch and tickets with their names. Roster spans, a lot of injuries, and a practice facility standard for everyone to follow. She's right, and everyone that say otherwise doesn't know ish about their situation. Stadiums.
She highlighted ongoing issues with teams making excuses for insufficient player investment while simultaneously pushing for league growth. Reports indicate that WNBA players declined a compensation package that would have increased salaries dramatically. The proposed deal included raising minimum pay from $66,000 to $250,000 and boosting maximum salaries from $250,000 to $1 million annually. This represents a four-fold increase in potential earnings across all salary tiers. The financial implications of this rejection have generated substantial debate. Many question whether declining such significant increases make strategic sense for players in a league still establishing financial stability.
Stadiums. Let's listen again.
The union, we got a proposal from the league, which was honestly a slap in the face, and I think we really have to put an emphasis on the players that are in our league right now. But I love to see the league growing. I think adding these teams in Philly and Detroit, like that's how amazing is that the league can grow. But how cool would it also be to have like a little bit expansion on the rosters? Like let's focus on the teams that have everything set up right now, and maybe focus on the teams also that find excuses continuously.
The WNBA's current revenue streams and attendance figures, while improving, remain substantially lower than established professional leagues. Critics point out fundamental differences between WNBA and NBA operations that affect earning potential. The WNBA season consists of 44 games compared to 82 in the NBA, with shorter game periods and different playoff structures. Television ratings and merchandise sales also differ significantly between the leagues. Player performance concerns have entered the discussion, with observers noting inconsistencies in fundamental basketball skills across rosters. Issues include shooting accuracy, free throw percentages, and basic scoring techniques that affect game quality and fan engagement.
That find excuses continuously to lack investment into their players before we focus on.
Exactly. They don't have a damn scouting department. Look like no team has a scouting department, man. Like I stated, this is a very crazy situation, and I believe more news came out about this. Let me go to Google real quick, look and see if I can pull this up. Let's see if I can pull this up for y'all, man, because I don't know if that 4 times the deal was for real.
The rejection has raised questions about union strategy and long-term financial planning. Some argue that accepting substantial increases would establish better baseline compensation for future negotiations. Others support holding out for revenue-sharing agreements similar to other professional sports leagues. Financial transparency remains limited, with the league's actual revenue and profit margins undisclosed. This lack of clarity complicates salary negotiations and makes it difficult to assess reasonable compensation levels relative to league income. The situation highlights broader challenges facing women's professional sports regarding fair compensation versus market realities.
Suffer y'all, man, because I don't know if that 4 times the deal was for real. WNBA salary news. Let's click on news. Oh wow, they're saying it is real. The WNBA, hold on, they saying this is real. Hold up, making $1 million salaries in the league, losing money. WBPA reportedly rejects slap in the face deal that quadruple salaries boost to the max.
Balancing competitive salaries with sustainable business operations requires careful consideration of attendance, viewership, and sponsorship revenue. Current star players like Caitlin Clark significantly impact ratings and attendance, demonstrating the league's dependence on marquee talent for fan engagement. Injury concerns for key players directly correlate with viewership drops, indicating fragile audience loyalty. The controversy extends beyond simple salary amounts to encompass facility standards, scouting departments, and overall organizational support. Many teams lack comprehensive player development infrastructure that exists in other professional leagues. Roster expansion discussions compete with salary increase priorities, forcing difficult decisions about resource allocation.
BPA reportedly rejects slap in the face deal that quadruple salaries boost to the max to $1 million. My goodness, it is for real. I think y'all. It said WNBA financial status is mystery to all. They will pay us what you owe us, sure, which we already know. I want to get to the juicy part. So I say again, there are no specific numbers. All we know is that the ratings or attendance are up. We already know that. WNBA players want same cut of revenue as NBA players. That is not happening. Let me see here. It says half the revenue is only right. Half the revenue.
Teams must balance player quantity with quality support systems and compensation levels. The negotiations reveal tensions between immediate financial gains and long-term strategic positioning. Players face decisions between accepting significant increases now versus pursuing larger percentage-based compensation tied to league revenue growth. Public reaction has been mixed, with some supporting player demands for equitable treatment, while others question the financial viability of such demands given current market conditions. The debate reflects broader discussions about gender equity in professional athletics. Media coverage has intensified focus on WNBA financial operations and player compensation structures.
Half the revenue. When did she say that? Half the revenue. Okay, reports say WNBA rejects the deal that would have quadruple minimum salaries from $66,000 to $250,000. The first offers from the league was called a slap in the face back in June. Prior to that lackluster all-star festivities, WNBA reports Satou Sabally expressed disappointment with the latest offer, which we already seen that.
Increased scrutiny may pressure both sides toward resolution while highlighting discrepancies in professional sports compensation across gender lines. The rejected proposal represents the largest potential salary increase in WNBA history, making the decision particularly significant for establishing precedent in future negotiations. The outcome will likely influence compensation discussions across women's professional sports. Team investment levels vary significantly across franchises, creating unequal player experiences and development opportunities. Some organizations provide comprehensive support while others operate with minimal infrastructure and resources. The situation underscores ongoing challenges in women's professional sports regarding sustainable business models that support both competitive compensation and league growth.
We already seen that. And it goes on to say the specifics of the offer was not disclosed at the time. Recent reports suggest that the WBA player turned down a deal that would have quadrupled their pay minimum to $66,000. Oh my goodness, to $250,000. Now, if it was all about the money, y'all think y'all league is worth. I'm trying to understand this. I'm truly trying to understand this. Y'all think y'all should.
Finding this balance remains crucial for long-term success and player satisfaction. NBA 2K26 has introduced
This guy used to be talking to me about budget cards in my team, complaining about me not shooting in the fourth quarter. So this is one of those funny videos where I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to upload it on both my 2K channel and I'm going to upload it on the Mick Talks Hoops channel, the WNBA channel. And I want to see whether reactions are going to be the same, whether reactions are going to be different, whether people are gonna be more interested in it for 2K, or whether WNBA fans are gonna be more interested in this entire thing happening. But yeah, it's an interesting one.
Notable sequences included Kyrie Irving passing to Paige Bickers, Caitlin Clark receiving assists from Tyrese Halliburton, and Aja Wilson connecting on plays with Bam Adebayo. These combinations demonstrated the integrated gameplay approach for the new mode. Player representation varied significantly in terms of visual accuracy and recognition. Some athletes received better facial scanning and character modeling than others, with noticeable inconsistencies in quality across different players. Caitlin Clark's character model received particular criticism for poor facial accuracy compared to her real appearance. Historical character modeling issues have plagued WNBA players in previous 2K releases.
It's an interesting one because, again, look, we've got these WNBA players in the game, and I thought they should have been in the game years ago. I thought they should have absolutely been in the game years ago. Like, there is the pass from Angel Reese to Shaq, who dunked. So you've got, was that wait, did they have, was that Caitlyn? No, Sabrina. I was about to say, I was like, Caitlyn doesn't show up in this trailer very often. Which, to be fair, I wouldn't be that surprised if...
Players like Lexi Hull, Nenica Ogumike, and Kelsey Mitchell received particularly poor facial scans that barely resembled their actual features. These technical shortcomings highlighted ongoing challenges in accurately representing female athletes in gaming. Community reaction has been polarized regarding WNBA inclusion in My Team mode. Critics argue that mixing male and female athletes creates unrealistic gameplay scenarios and diminishes competitive integrity. Supporters counter that the game already includes numerous non-basketball celebrities and fictional elements. The game's history with celebrity additions undermines arguments about realism concerns.
Very often. Which, to be fair, I wouldn't be that surprised if, when it's all said and done, Caitlyn was asked to be the cover and she said no. I'd say the players get paid very, very little for being on these covers. This is the W is coming, 2K26. So obviously Kyrie Irving passing the ball to Paige. That will be cool. Caitlin Clark getting a shot from Tyrese Halliburton. Is that Brittany Griner and Luka Doncic? Cooper Flag and Paige, Brittany Griner and Luka. Aja Wilson throwing a lob to Bam Adebayo.
Previous My Team modes featured musicians like Lil Wayne, Bad Bunny, Lil Yachty, and Lil Durk as playable characters. These entertainers received basketball abilities far beyond their actual skills, making realism arguments inconsistent. My Team mode has evolved into an arcade-style experience rather than simulation basketball. Players routinely perform unrealistic feats regardless of their real-world abilities. Shaquille O'Neal shoots three-pointers like Stephen Curry, while smaller players execute impossible dunks and athletic moves. The inclusion strategy treats players as customizable character skins rather than accurate basketball simulations.
Skylar Diggins hitting a three-point shot. You've got Paige Beckers in a Utah Jazz jersey. Is that Kelsey Mitchell? Is that Temi? Who? Who?
Most cards receive enhanced statistics that bear little resemblance to actual player abilities. This approach prioritizes entertainment value over authentic basketball representation. Marketing emphasis on WNBA integration as the primary My Team feature drew criticism from some gaming communities. While the addition represents progress for women's sports representation, positioning it as the central selling point seemed disproportionate to some observers given the mode's various other features. Gameplay possibilities include numerous unconventional matchups and scenarios. Users can substitute WNBA players against NBA opponents in various game situations, creating unique and potentially humorous interactions.
Who the hell is that? Is that meant to be Kat Copper? Who the hell wears number 15 for the Phoenix Mercury? It could have been a legend player. I was about to say, I have no idea what that face scan is of. It's a layup. Satu catching the ball in a Pistons jersey from Devin Booker, even though they both play in Phoenix. Paige Becker's getting a pass from LeBron in a Valkyrie.
These elements align with my team's emphasis on fantasy basketball rather than realistic simulation. The integration opens opportunities for creative team building and experimental lineups. Players can construct all WNBA rosters or mix leagues in unprecedented ways. This flexibility adds new strategic elements to team construction and player rotation decisions. Technical implementation appears consistent with existing my team mechanics.
Getting a pass from LeBron in a Valkyrie jersey, burning Tony Parker and getting a reverse layup. At least A'ja Wilson looks like A'ja Wilson this year. And Paige Beckers, in fairness, they got a very good face scan of Paige. Oh, they didn't, did they? They didn't. They've gotten a much better face scan of Paige than Caitlin. Caitlin has a really bad face scan. If you guys haven't seen Caitlin Clark's face scan, nothing is worse than I think this was my funniest one. Lexi Hall.
WNBA players receive similar upgrade paths, statistical boosts, and special abilities as their NBA counterparts. The unified system ensures seamless integration without requiring separate gameplay modes or mechanics. Content creation opportunities expand significantly with WNBA player availability. Video creators can develop new series featuring women's basketball stars, championship runs with WNBA rosters, and cross-league exhibition matches. This content variety may attract different audience segments to basketball gaming.
Lexi Hull was hilarious. Like, this is what 2K did to Lexi Hull last year. Like, it's actually hilarious. So this is Lexi Hull according to 2K. Like, I can't wait for the game to come out in a couple of weeks, and that's going to be one of my videos just going over these players and just laughing about it. Like, some of the face scans are so bad. Like, Jonquel Jones is...
The addition reflects broader trends in sports gaming toward inclusive representation and diverse content. Other franchises have similarly expanded roster options beyond traditional boundaries, suggesting industry-wide movement toward comprehensive athlete representation across various sports and entertainment categories. Long-term success will depend on player reception and ongoing support from 2K Sports. Regular updates, improved character modeling, and balanced gameplay mechanics will determine whether WNBA integration becomes a permanent fixture or temporary experiment in future franchise installments. Community feedback regarding gameplay balance and competitive integrity will likely influence future implementation decisions.
Some of the face scans are so bad. Like, Jonquel Jones is hilarious. Is absolutely hilarious. But if you guys don't know about 2K, here's a Reddit post about it last year. Stewie. Jonquel. Oh my god. Cardoso's is hilarious. And Kennedy Carter as well. Nalissa Smith, oh my.
Addressing technical issues.